Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
to today's stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm Darius, producer at SCS Software, and I'm gonna be your host today. And as you can see, it's always special times when we have several guests in here, and I'm very excited to do this because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just amazing to be here like this. But I suppose we'll let the guests introduce themselves. I'm not gonna take their spotlight because I mean we have quite amazing guests today. But first of all, we have Yarda, who is
Yeah.
the vehicle art team leader, right? So, with just one sentence, can you describe what you do here at SCS?
I do everything that has wheels, and I manage a team that does the same.
That's a good description. And so Yarda has become like whenever Yarda is here, I feel that something big is going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a coincidence, but every time that he is here, you can be sure that it's something amazing. But most importantly, we have two amazing guests from DAF above there, above me, right? You can see them. We have Bart and we have Tim, with Tim you might be familiar from our SCS on the Road episode, right? And yeah, I'm gonna let you quickly introduce yourselves, what you do at DAF, what you are responsible for, and then we'll move on. But I'm not really sure who to start with. So the first person that blinks is gonna be the one to introduce himself. It's Bart.
Start with okay. Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here in this live call because it's always a privilege to be part and with a team of SES Software. We have a very long tradition now already with each other. What I really admire in your team that you have such enthusiasm for your game, of course, but also for trucks. And you really come out and see us a lot and really discuss new plans. And I think that's part of very fruitful cooperation. Um, my name is Bart van Loteringen. I'm in charge of styling at DAF Trucks for 23 years with DAF, and I lead a small team of designers, modelers, and clay modelers that really work on these fantastic products. So I'm really happy to share some news today on the new DAF XD.
Thank you. Thank you. So Tim.
First of all, thank you for inviting us, and also thank you to everyone all over the world for watching. As Bart already alluded to, it's a great way for us to reach people all over the world. We've had a bit of a sneak preview to look into the chat, and all these comments coming from all over the world is really good to see. My name is Tim Gert. I'm part of the truck sales publications team at DAF in Eindhoven. And what we do at Truck Sales Publications is basically convert the technical information that's coming from our development team into sales information. And well, a big part of that is also making a lot of computer generated images, which we have increased our work in over the last decades, as everyone has, I think. And from that particular team also came the initiative to start working with SCS software and Euro Truck Simulator. And as Bart has said, it's been a very successful cooperation. We've done this for over 10 years already, and it's always a joy to work with you guys. And my part in it is more looking at the technical stuff and a bit marketing wise. What do we as DAF want our trucks to look like in your game? So
Yes, that's one thing that I kind of, so pardon my manners. It was like I'm just so excited, and I kind of forgot to thank you, of course, for making the time to be here with us and share some awesome information behind the scenes from the production. So that's gonna be awesome. And speaking of behind the scenes and awesome information, I think we can get to the presentation right before, because we had Bart prepared this very special presentation for us. So if we can bring it to the screen, I think we can get to that. No, this is a teaser. This is a teaser. Give it the moment. Give it the moment, everybody. Here it is.
Okay. Well, shall I start? Okay. It's really a pleasure to be here today, and what I hope to tell you a little bit about the background, how these trucks have been designed today. So we did that with the help of drivers and operators, and they gave us really very good feedback on what works and what doesn't work on the truck. So maybe we can go to the next slide. So what you see here on the screen is actually the vehicles that we have available today in Lyon, where the Solutrans truck show is. We have the new generation DAF, and not only that, it is being completed now with the XB. That's the smallest vehicle on the left here on the screen, the DAF XB. But we also have the largest truck on the show, and that is the largest truck that is available on the market today, the XG Plus, and that has in fact 12.5 cubic meters of interior space. So that's really popular with a lot of drivers. It's not all about these trucks. We also show our latest electrical trucks with the XB and XD electric. And these are for zero emission city and regional distribution work. And they have a range of up to 350 kilometers for the XB electric and even up to 500 kilometers for the XD electric. And with the XF construction, that's the last truck that we have on the show at Solutrans, we complete our exhibition vehicles, and that's a really robust and sturdy looking truck that's really well suited for all the tough construction jobs. So next, please. So I would like to give you a glimpse of how we designed this range of trucks. Our design team is based in the Netherlands, in Eindhoven, and we have about 15 people at the moment working on these trucks. And together we are responsible for the way the trucks look. We work on exterior design, interior design, and also interface design. And we really use state-of-the-art design processes to create these trucks. We use them for 2D sketching, 3D modeling, and also use the latest virtual reality tools, as you can see on the bottom right. So next slide, please. Our designers are really experienced and they really love trucks. And we are mostly experienced in creating value for our customers. So we try to give innovation to the trucks, and that really works well with the people that use it. Of course, on the new generation DAF, we focused heavily on fuel efficiency, safety, and driver comfort. But we also put in the extra mile to especially give the XD truck excellent all-round vision, and that's really unique in this. So for the next slide, you see we've placed the next slide, please. Yeah, we've placed this cap even lower than the NGD XF, 17 centimeters lower. Of course, the lower you position the truck, the better vision you have to the outside. And we have a really very large panoramic windows and a very low dashboard. And this creates a very good direct view with people around the trucks in busy urban areas. And really our motto is really to see and be seen. And we really aim to avoid the actions and really prevent that it happens. So on the next slide, you see that we have used users in the development of these trucks. You see on the left, you see a group of people that consists of drivers, but we also did it with operators, and they really give us feedback on the designs. And they were taking part with us for a period of about 2.5 years, where they walked along with us and really helped to judge any new ideas that we had and really see what is the best truck that we can make. And here you see us using virtual reality. And with this, for instance, we can compare different shapes of mirrors, or can have them testing our digital vision system. You even see a little mannequin that we put in front of our trucks, styling models, that we can always judge how much you can see of a child in front of the truck, for instance. Next slide, please. We also work with, of course, physical objects. And what we do first is that we work really with exploring the layout using a so-called human-centered design process. And in this process, you really build something very quickly with simple materials and try to experience it and improve it and really move on fast. And the benefit of this method is that you can really avoid too much engineering detail in the beginning and really focus on the human aspects of the design and the total experience and really what the value is of the proposition. So we placed particularly high priority on how all these functions bring together, like driving, working, sleeping, and relaxing, and try to do that in the relatively confined space of a truck interior. So once we've done this process, we go to the next phase. That's on the next slide. And you see we start sketching for the interior. There are many types of trucks, and we have to make sure that they all work well. So we look at all these different types of aspects and really make sure that we get the right compromises between the different trucks. Then the next phase, that's on the next slide, we start with clay models. And here you see actual photos that of the clay modelers preparing the dashboard. And really here we try to refine the design and really tweak all the lines and volumes so that it looks right from all the angles that you look at from a truck. Now, if we go to the next slide, you see that on the day cap, where the XD consists of a day cap, a sleeper cap, and a high sleeper. But on the day cap, we created 15 centimeter extra length. And this is really very good for the driver to take a resting position behind the wheel. But also, and that's quite unique in this segment, that we can offer a large table in the day cap and also a generous fridge. And this fridge can be mounted in a transverse way. And that's a very unique innovation that is not seen anywhere else on trucks. And you also see we put a lot of emphasis on supplying ample storage space behind the seats, in between the seats. That is really important. Next slide, please. Of course, there are trucks where you can sit with three people together. That's, for instance, in the garbage truck. And by simply exchanging certain parts of the dashboard, we can give that third passenger a really comfortable driving position, but also that he has storage next to the seating position on the sides. So there's plenty of storage available, and they can store their lunch boxes and drink bottles when they go out on the day trip. Next slide is the low sleeper. And the low sleeper has a large fixed underbunk storage area. You can see the bottles here and the fridge. And they can also choose to have a mattress with a special, what we call a topper, a very comfortable, thin area which is super, that it's so soft it really wraps around your body and have a very good rest. So it's very good. Then we have the next slide, that's the high sleeper. And this high sleeper that comes with 1 or 2 bunks. And when you, on the co-driver side, there's a cinema seat, what we call, and the cushion of that can fold upwards. And in that area, you can create a standing height of nearly 2 meters. And that is, of course, very handy if you want to walk around a bit or if you want to change your clothes in a standstill situation. Also, the XD has a lot of horizontal surfaces. The cinema seat can have a table in the backrest that can fall down. And you can see that all the green areas here have a flat area. And then in the roof locker, we have a microwave possibility, but also there are deep storage boxes under the bunk. Now, if we go to the next slide, you see that same time as the interior, we start with sketching on the exterior. And there are so many different types of applications on the truck in which they get used, and we really want to make sure that they are right for all of them. So we look at how people operate with that truck and really make the very good truck that is very versatile. On the next slide, you see that the exterior clay models, they get the same treatment as the interior. And you see on the top right where we wrap the clay models with a certain kind of foil, and then it looks very realistic. So we try to make them look as realistic as we can, but we can also take that foil off and we can rework the design and really improve it. So similar as on the interior, for instance, we refine the lines, but we also take them outside. You see the bottom right, you see us outside, because a truck you usually see at a distance. So we really try to look at them the way you would normally see outside on the roads. On the next slide, you see that designers really spent ages getting the proportions right and really tuning all the lines. That the graphical image of a truck is very important from a long distance. And really the devil is in the detail. And you see how the designers and the modelers really put all their passion into their creations. So that's an endless job. Next slide, you see some sketches of our construction vehicles. Of course, the construction vehicles, you see, for instance, a real off-road on the left side, but also on the top right, you see a truck that delivers bricks at the urban building site, for instance, but also a sketch for a cement mixer. The XD is in fact a very versatile truck, and that can be used for many different types of work. So that's really nice to work on. On the next slide, you can also see that we also have electric trucks in our lineup, and those have been given some unique elements that identify it as a zero emission truck. So you see the blue elements around the instrument cluster, and that really signals that it's an electrical truck. But also the digital display on the top right gets some unique information that helps the driver. For instance, the range that you can drive, and also the percentage of charge that is still in the battery park. Next slide, on the exterior of the electric trucks can easily be identified by those same blue stripes inside the grille area. And this is really carried along to all of our trucks that we have in our program. So next slide. If you have a chance and you're able to visit us here in Lyon at Solutrans, do come by and really have a look at our newest trucks. These are the trucks that are available. But of course, there's also the simulator of SES software that can show the XD in their simulator. So that was my story. Maybe you have some questions, but feel free to ask.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was really interesting. So, unless there we have it. Today's stream is about the beautiful DAF XD coming to the world of Euro Truck Simulator 2. For sure, if anybody, because we have plenty of viewers right now in the chat, if anybody has any question for Bart about the presentation, make sure to let us know. We'll ask it for you. But I think it was really interesting, and I honestly can't wait to get my hands on it. I mean, it looks really good. I would just like to emphasize on the fact that the electric part is in the future one day, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
there's plenty to expand on in your game.
Yes. And I would just like to remind everybody that the last slide with Solutrans. So as you mentioned as well, we have a small team from SES at Solutrans, and so make sure if you will be there, make sure to visit us. I'm sure everybody will be glad to say hi and give you a ride on the 4D simulator. And speaking of Solutrans, well, we have planned at the end of the stream, we have a special message from our team and a special guest. So stay tuned for that one. But for now, I don't know if there are any viable questions in the chat. But yeah, that's all I can say. I think everybody really appreciated it, the insight on with the presentation and the description. It's very good to kind of know from behind the scenes, and there are many people involved, as you mentioned, which is props to everybody, props to all of them. So
yeah, there are hundreds of engineers
yeah,
working on this
yeah,
program. So
yeah. I'm sure even Tim has done his part, right? Which probably wasn't easy.
Well, yeah, I'm not part of the engineering team per se. I was
Yeah,
more,
not engineering overall. I mean,
but to get the truck into the game, yes. And
yeah.
but I mean, before that, there's so much work done on the entire NGD program, and I really felt we started working on getting the XD into the game a little over a year ago. Well, it's maybe good to mention it's the first distribution cap coming to your game.
Hmm.
And maybe Euro Truck Simulator focuses a lot on tractors and haul from throughout Europe. But it felt only natural to at that time complete the NGD line in the game. As you know, and Bart just showed, we have another addition to the NGD family. I'm not really sure how that would fit, but for now, I think this is a very strong lineup to have in there.
Yeah, and I can see
And
everybody in the chat is already very excited to see what we've done with the track in the game. And we placed the camera conveniently here as a teaser for a while, which was brought up at the start. But I guess so. We planned this awesome move right here, where we will shortly, slowly reveal it. There we go. That's the DAF XD. So I have it placed on in the service, so we can browse through different configurations, and we can discuss the configurations. Can discuss. You started with the development that began a while ago. So I'm just gonna try to, because this isn't the best position for service, but yeah. But I'll just get there. There we go. And yeah, so I think I'm not sure. I think this might be a question for Yarta to kind of just describe how many how many different configurations we have for the cabin and so on, chassis.
Yeah, of course. Basically, most of the things that were mentioned here, we have them. We have all three cabins. And if you switch to chassis, I think we have 8 chassis in total. 3 are for day cab, and 5 are for sleeper and high sleeper. You can see all the different configurations. We even included the FTT chassis, which is 6x4, actually. I think this was highly requested by players. So we tried to incorporate that as well. As for engines, I think we have everything that DAF offers. The same for transmissions. As for the interiors, we try to replicate everything exactly how it is in real life. That also includes the new vision dashboard, or if you call it so, I think.
yeah, we do call it the vision dashboard. Yeah.
So it's more angled in the front, so you can see better outside of the truck. That's also in the game. We have 3 trims for the interior, I think. This is actually pretty similar to what the XG Plus, and XF has. And the interior has all the other options, like the side window on the door. And first time in ETS 2, actually, if you switch to the day cab, the first, you have to switch the cabin, I think. Yes, to the day cab. And if you go back, you can now change the back window.
There we go.
In the truck and see behind the truck. So that's the first time in ETS 2 as well.
Awesome.
As for the chassis, we try to incorporate like many tank options, for example, and other very notable feature of the truck is that if you go to the outside configurator, firstly you can see if you switch to the bumpers, if you go to the front, no, the front bumper. Yeah. So if you go all the way down, or one up. Okay, so you see we have the standard bumper that was on all the pictures, but if you switch here, we have another configuration. Maybe the guys would like to talk about this more.
Yeah, this is an extra sturdy bumper out of 3 pieces, highly solid, out of steel made. But what is very important about this is that it creates more ground clearance and very big ramp angle. So it allows a little bit more freedom at the front to go through more difficult terrain. Of course, standard it will be in gray, but it can also be offered in body color. I see at the bottom. I think it's the selection that you can make.
Yeah, the third option is the body color.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think this changes the appearance of the truck quite a lot. And of course, the truck being much smaller than most of the other trucks in the game, we try to also incorporate different heights of the roof deflector or the top spoiler, on the cabin.
I'm trying.
If you go all the way up,
It's just the mouse.
a little bit back. Yes. Not.
you
I think it's all the way at the back or the rear of the cab. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
So every cabin has many options. Like, for example, let me put.
I think you have to put the fender. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me put this on. So we have these standard ones, but we also have like this one, and also for different heights of the trailer. We cannot obviously right now adjust the height in the game, but we try to incorporate many options so player can actually choose and pair it with whatever they want to haul with the truck. Yeah. So then the standard FT chassis, like the 4x2, I have to switch here to the sleeper, and it comes with side skirts as well. Yeah. Also, we included these badges because this truck was International Truck of the Year 2023, I think.
It still is. I think another day, and someone else will
Well,
get the trophy. But,
But we can still carry it for this year, of course. Huh?
and it will always be the Truck of the Year 2023.
Of course. I think we should also change the default color because, of course, DAF is usually presented with their Tuscan yellow.
Yes.
This Tuscan yellow is our show color, and I think the color that you've selected before is actually the standard, no, the basic color when you order one. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why it was white.
Our factory actually can offer up to about 3,000 colors. So that's
3,000
really
colors.
yes.
Okay.
Every customer has their own company color.
So
That's
so-
very unique.
So that means that if I wanted to, I could order a truck that would look like this.
Yeah. It takes a little bit more. Well, not every color can be painted so easily, but in principle, yes, that is possible.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
It's just now I have to save for such a beautiful truck. But maybe-
We might have to discuss with our paint factory if they want to do that.
The thing is, if you change the Tuscan yellow and click this awesome button
Yeah.
for the showing the trailer, this one, you can see that we also
Yeah, yeah.
included
It
a
is.
special paint job for the STS dumper to go along with the truck because I think this is a very nice combo together.
Yeah.
So
yes, this
What
is
I
a-
always like to do when configuring a DAF truck, or it's my personal preference, and it's also still possible in the XD. You can put some black tape on the side wall, which makes it look, to me, it makes it look even cooler.
Like the window frames, you mean?
Yeah, the window frames. Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's on the outside. It's
You
yeah,
can
right there.
Go for it. Go for it. You're the
of course,
vehicle master.
we have so many options for the track that you can completely destroy the look if you try so hard. So yeah, that's everything is there. You just have to dig for it, and we want our players to have the full control how they set up the track. But of course, if you go to the dealer, you will get the whole package with everything in the correct place and the styling.
Of course, here you have it with the mirror system. You can also choose it with the camera system.
Yeah.
And then you have a very good view outside. And this is, of course, in body color, but here you see them on the roof mounted.
I think that's quite a big part of the direct vision, isn't it? To get the cameras instead of the
First of all, you do not have the blockage of the mirrors, but you also what you see inside the displays on the interior is usually a lot more than what you can see via the mirrors.
Yeah, it's actually quite unusual if you sit in the truck. Like it looks like a greenhouse basically. If you put all the windows, like the back window, the side window, it's like a greenhouse. You have so much vision outside. It's crazy. So
yeah, so my idea was that we're gonna allow for the viewers to kind of decide and select the truck what it's gonna look like. But I have a feeling that we've done really well. We've really just browsing through the potential customizations. I think it looks really good like this. I don't think it needs any changes. Perhaps the viewers might disagree, but I don't know. Like to me, with the trailer, especially since we kind of touched a bit on the paint job of the trailer, which is an exclusive, right? That's coming with the release of the truck. So I think it looks really good. Yeah, it's definitely great. Yeah, the viewers agree. That's good to know. So I think we might be able to slowly take it for a ride. I'm gonna have to be very careful, even though it should be, I suppose it should be easier because it is a regional truck, right? This is actually the first regional truck in ETS2. So and I was told that I should select some kind of difficult areas and roads. So I am very not much looking forward to it.
Oh my God, we're gonna crash.
Yeah, yeah. But don't worry, I'll take it. I'll take it slowly, and in the meantime, we can just discuss. So we went through the customizations, and Tim, you kind of touched upon the topic, but can you tell us a bit more about like how the idea started of bringing DAF XD to our game, and how long it took, and maybe behind the scenes production information like that?
Yes, sure. As many players will probably know, we had a very successful introduction in 2021 with the NGT. We actually had a simultaneous launch of the real thing, the real world thing, as we say, and trucks in the game. And shortly after I got in this position, I looked into it and thought, well, when the XD came out, why not also put it in there? Because really, and I hope, Darius, you will be able to show the players later with the vision dashboard and the lowered window. It gives a completely new perspective also to the players. So we basically, shortly before the XD was launched last year at IAA, we started looking into the opportunity of getting it into the game. The good thing about this new generation DAF range is that from XD to XG Plus, we have quite a similar construction, so we can use any cap on any axle configuration, really. And that made it even easier for us to go, and for you guys as well, I guess, to make this decision and go for it. looks like you're doing quite well, actually.
I'm actually
For now.
I'm actually struggling quite a lot, and that's because when I'm turning the wheel, the microphone is blocking my hands.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so
That's on you. That's,
yeah. So it's gonna be quite. It's not gonna feel so smooth, but honestly, I think we can see right here the example of it's a pretty narrow alley, and it's actually fairly easy to navigate through it. So yeah, it's really nice.
And I mean, just going on to the development of how we went or how we got to do this in the end. Yeah, we are always in conversation with SES software on ideas and what to do next. So it was quite easy to get over to you guys and talk over what would be interesting to have in your game. And yeah, that's something that we regularly do. So we keep on doing that. As people might have guessed, I'm in Lyon right now as well. So I met a couple of your colleagues as well. And even here we're discussing what will we do next. And yeah, also for us very important, or it's important to you, but it's also important to us. What would gamers and the players like to have in the game? And this is an ongoing process. And after we set the ground rules of what we're gonna do, it's just a matter of getting the 3D files over to you, and then have some conversations. Is everything looking well? Is everything looking like it should? And when we get close to launch, we involve Bart again, because he has to have a final say about the design. If everything is there, he sometimes also sees stuff that we didn't see. And we just check the configurations. Are all the options in there that we feel should be in there? Yeah, and I think but that's something that you can probably tell better than I can. It takes about 6 months, I think, to put the truck into the game.
Yeah, about 6 months in total, I
Yeah.
think. That's fair enough.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the communication with SES is easy, but I mean it goes both ways, right? The cooperation with DAF has always been excellent. I mean, I've been here for a couple of years now, and I remember that my very first, well, not project, but I remember the very first release was with DAF, and even back then it was so awesome to just communicate with you guys and just to bring this awesome truck, awesome content for our community. So
Yeah, for us, DAF always means something new to bring into the game, because, for example, the XG Plus, they were the first trucks with the digital mirror system, so we had to adapt to that. And now this is the first regional truck, so who knows what the future will bring? We'll see. But you always have to keep up with DAF, to bring the
what I very much like about the cooperation with you guys is that you strive for perfection, and you really try to get all the details right, and that is very unique about this game, and that is infectious. That makes us do the extra mile also to support you in the right way, to really make them shine in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the sort of tricky questions, because there was a question of how or what do you think of the truck itself in the game. I'm sure you've probably seen it more than a dozen of times, but what do you think how it went, how the representation of the truck is in the game?
It's very good.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Exactly like it should be. Yeah. I would like to have a steering wheel to drive with it, because usually when I play, I only use arrow keys, and that's quite hard.
Okay, so this is the part where where we where we bring the entertainment, because as I said, it's very difficult for me to turn the wheel, but I found this awesome passage right here, and I thought that okay, so what better way to showcase a regional track like this than with such a narrow passage? And it's gonna be very difficult for me because
I hope you
of the-
practiced.
no. But
Just go slowly. it will
yeah,
be fine.
let's. I'm gonna try to move the mic. Hold on.
You just missed the train by a second.
Um, I don't think I have the.
Also, you're not allowed to go in here, so
No, I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice showcase of how slick the truck is actually.
can I ask why is this road even in the game if you're not allowed to? Or
It's
you
just a
probably-
challenge road for players.
It's it's a secret passage, and it's just for exploration of the players. Like
Okay.
if they manage to, because it's not on the map, it's not on the GPS, which you can't see right now because I'm blocking it. But
Yeah.
you can, if you could see, it's actually like it's marked in a special way. So, but I'm sure with this truck, it's gonna be much easier. So, there we go. We made it without any issues. Without any issues at all. Now I can put the mic back where it was. All right. Okay. But yeah. It's I'm not biased, and I can clearly tell you that the work has been amazing. It's very enjoyable to use the truck, to drive with it. And yeah, I'm not sure if you both guys tried driving it in the game, or if you're just gonna get to it.
I'm afraid that Tim is the only one that can do it as an excuse to do it.
Oh, fair.
I'm not sure if my
got it.
managers of me would like me to do it.
Also, for me, it's not something I do daily on a daily basis, but I do it sometimes to check, or in the process of getting the XD into Euro Truck Simulator. I had some opportunities to check the configuration, also maybe took a little time to drive it. And I mean, well, the vision is quite clear. It's the most clear thing about the change from, because I'm always driving from a driver point of view, which might not be the easiest point of view, but for me, it's always the most fun. And the difference was quite remarkable, actually.
Did you guys actually try the motion seat in the booth?
Not yet. Your colleagues dared me to go in there today, but there were so many people in the queue that I felt obliged to. For me, it's more important to let other people try it than me. But maybe tomorrow morning when I get to Solutrons, I will probably be one of the first.
So, I'm being taught to drive in first person, but I mean by the chat. I mean, but that's it would be much easier. It would be much easier for me, but it's impossible because the point is to showcase the new truck, and I think it looks amazing. Just driving around in it. So.
Oh, I mean, you can show it for a little while.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure. Wait, there we go.
There you go.
The thing is, we don't see much of a truck. Like just
I mean, here's the interior, which roof looking awesome. That's awesome. It's great. I mean, if you have anything else to add from the, I think it was great that we covered the truck in real life, because I think that's maybe that's the first time that happened on our stream, and it's always good to kind of see the real life and then compare it with the model in the game, because I remember I was kind of before the stream. I was doing some preparation, some research about the truck myself, and there were like several videos that you guys have done from in DAF, and it was pretty much the information mentioned in the presentation, about the efficiency and so on. And I was immediately that the videos were like 1 or 2 minutes, and I was immediately hooked on it. I was like, it's a great truck. I can't imagine like if I was driving it in real life, I would be a very happy trucker. So. And I'm sure the feedback for you has been amazing.
Darius, can I ask you, can you replicate if like a zebra crossing, if there's somebody crossing that road? Because then we can see what the vision system really does to the drivers, how much more they can see.
Just stop on the red light.
Oh, well, so I can't exactly replicate the people walking, so
that's a pity.
but it is for seasoned players. They can probably tell. So like just by looking like this,
is that you can really see follow the pedestrians around it through the camera system.
Actually, the camera system we might need to look at this, because I know the camera system in our in the corner view system, which I think you were talking about, Bart. I think it's even better in our real trucks than it is in the game at the moment, which you can actually see much further to your front than what you currently see in the game. If you can take one more look, Darius, at the digital vision system when you're in front of a zebra crossing.
On the right mirror, I think.
Yeah. It's actually even more a fisheye kind of concept than it shows on the game right now.
Yeah, that was a little limitation of our engine, but we might figure it out.
You'll get it sooner or later.
Yeah. Hot fix, guys.
Yeah.
No.
I've been fortunate enough to experience these trucks myself. Since a couple of months ago I got my license, so it's even more special to see how much direct vision has been created by both cameras and mirrors. To me, I mean, I think some truck drivers from the older generation, let's say, they still prefer the mirrors. But if you look at safety and the total vision that you get, for me it's clear that mirrors are the way to go. But what do you prefer, Darius, to play with?
That is a very tricky question.
You can be honest. I mean,
no, I would. So just for the sake of being funny and everything, I'm just gonna respond that I prefer to play with anything that doesn't require too difficult parking. So that's it. And I can imagine though, like speaking of parking, I don't think we're gonna really have time for it, but perhaps I should have taken like a job and maybe deliver it and see how the parking will do with the truck, because I can imagine, or I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just imagine because of how practical the truck seems that the parking might actually be easier. So, but I don't know, perhaps.
You should try it one day, I guess.
Maybe.
What's maybe interesting to say, and just from a truck point of view, that in the near future, all trucks will be fitted with a rear view camera. So maybe soon in Euro Truck Simulator, you will have to add that as well.
No, that would be cool. Yeah.
It will make your life easier, Darius, at least.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, that will be cheating.
No. But you mentioned that you got your truck driver's license recently, right? How about the Bart? Do you have?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have a truck driving license, but I was able to drive on the test track and I actually had a box body with a trailer, so really long configuration, and that was amazingly easy to drive, and for somebody who hasn't got a license, so it was in fact quite frightening for me to that it was so easy. So yeah. But
Interesting.
I leave it up to the test drivers to give us feedback on the truck designs. They are the most experienced from the practice of driving trucks, so I'd rather rely on them.
Of course, of course. I'm not sure about our timing
We
here,
have 10
by
minutes.
the way, because as I said, at the end of the stream, we will have special message from our team and special guest at Solo Trends. But I think we have about 5 more minutes. Can we
Sure.
maybe talk more about Solo Trends? I know you, of course, you mentioned it at the end of the presentation, but can you?
Yeah, what's maybe important, or that is something I can tell, that they're all with a lot of new safety features, that advanced safety features, and of course the ADAS systems, as we call them. It's like advanced emergency braking, drive off assist that helps you to if there are vulnerable road users close by. There's also an event data recorder. It records images and data when the ABS warning is activated. And then we have the DAF side and turn assist that warns in case of pedestrians which are in the blind spots of the vehicle. Also speed limit recognition and lane departure systems, and even a rear view camera that shows what is behind the truck inside, or shows inside what is behind the truck. So there's a lot of we have also emergency signals that is included in the instrument cluster. So there's a lot of new features that can be added to this truck.
Where's
I don't
the
know if they're
rear?
already in the game, but
Nope.
it's new things to know.
I was just gonna ask, where is the rear camera mounted? Like on the rear bumper?
Under
Or?
no, it's in the secondary display.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but the mountain of the camera itself.
Yeah.
So this is a kind
Yeah.
of a weird thing in the legislation, I would say, for tractors and trailers. So for rigids, or I'm going to say it like this: it's always on the rear part of the driven vehicle. So in this case, in the case of the tractor, it's always mandatory to have a camera on the rear of the tractor, which you might guess you won't see a lot on when the trailer is attached.
Yeah.
But it's not. It won't be mandatory or mandated by the GSR general safety regulations to have it on a trailer. But it is allowed, I would say. But I think this was a small weird rule, yeah, for me.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm not sure. I think we have space now, if because we kind of briefly touched upon the topic of. I believe you are familiar with our community. I believe you are. You do know how excited they are about new trucks, new content coming to the game, and I don't know. Just if you have any message to the community, feel free to
For
share
me,
it.
um, like I said, we're very happy to do this. It reaches a completely new audience for us. It's not only it's also truck drivers, but it's also people who don't drive trucks. So for many people, this is the only way to drive our trucks. And we're always happy to hear what you as players want to have in the game and to see if we want to add that. And so, yeah, let us know what you think of our trucks in the game and also what you would like to have in the game. And thank you so much for the support and for playing with our trucks, riding with our trucks, and enjoy the XD, of course.
Yeah. Any message from Bart if
Yeah, of course I'm in charge of design, and we look ahead into the future, and you do see, for instance, in Gran Turismo, a lot of futuristic concepts in games like that, And it would be, I think, great if we could maybe have such a concept inside the truck, inside the game, maybe as a mystery truck that drives around or something like that. But I would like to know if the audience likes to see something like that. It's like a sort of a hidden gem inside the truck simulator too.
It's a designer's dream, I think.
Yeah, it's just usually these concepts are in the minds of people, and if they become realistic in such a game, that would be fantastic.
All right, and yeah, that was really nice, and I think we covered everything today. We spoke about the production, spoke about the truck itself, kind of behind the scenes information. Which once again, I'm just gonna say that it's very awesome to hear that, and it's very awesome once again to for you to find that you have found the time to be here and share this knowledge with our community. I mean, we had a lot of viewers today. I think we had, oh my lord, we have 1,400. So that is a lot of viewers, a lot of fans watching, and I'm sure they really appreciate it. But back to the topic of solo trends, we've kind of teased it a couple of times that we have a short message for the community. I think this would be perfect timing for it, perhaps, to play the message. So, as was mentioned, we have a small team at Solotrans with our motion simulator, and they recorded a special message just for this stream. So, if Jakub in behind the scenes is listening, feel free to give it a go.
Hey everyone, this is a short message from the expo of Solotrans in the city of Lyon in France, and we are here with our friends and partners from DAF Trucks. Here with me is Ken from DAF Trucks, and can you tell us what everyone passing by your booth in these upcoming days will be able to experience on one of our 4D motion simulators?
Yeah. So as you might know by now, we are launching the new generation DAF XD into Euro Truck Simulator 2. It's going to be the first regional truck, and we're very happy to be the first one to do that. Obviously, it needed to be in there. It is the International Truck of the Year 2023, so it deserved a nice spot in there as well.
Yeah.
So as a cherry on top of the cake, we're having the simulator at our stand. We will have 6 pre-configurations there where you can drive with, of which 3 of them are the new generation DAF XD. One with a day cab, one with a sleeper cab, and one with a sleeper high cab.
Nice.
So we definitely recommend, if you are at Solotrans, to come to our stand and to actually drive as one of the first in the 4D motion simulator.
Yeah, like our colleague Oscar is actually doing behind us. He's already playing with the DAF XD, and I believe you guys have been watching the stream, listening all the great information about the truck and about the project from the great guests from DAF Trucks, Bart and Tim. And I believe right after this message, our guys in studio are going to actually release the new truck to the Euro Truck Simulator 2. So make sure to go and play with, check it, share your screenshots of the first ride with the truck over the social media platforms, tag our channels, tag our friends DAF Trucks channels as well, and just enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, that was awesome message, and I just got a message from Nemiro somehow. There he was in pre-recorded message, and I got immediately a message from him that apparently the new DAF XD is available right now at DAF Truck Dealer in Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is awesome. And for the release, we have also prepared a special video trailer for you, which we will show you right now. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Awesome. Amazing. Yeah. So everybody feel free to enjoy the new track in the game. Make sure to, as Namiro mentioned in the video, make sure to tag us on social media with your videos, with your screenshots, anything, your feedback. Make sure to let us know. Make sure to tag us and DAF as well, of course. And yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up nicely. But yeah, if everyone has any final message, I'm sure we'll stay in touch in the future, right? And who knows? Maybe we will see each other again. Maybe in the future like this on the stream. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? But yeah, if we kind of went over it. But if you have anything last to add for this cooperation or the community, make sure to let us know now.
Yeah, from our side, we really like to continue our cooperation. Has been so successful, so it has to continue really to greater heights. So I'm very happy to have been here. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for having us, and always a pleasure to work on new projects. And of course, we're already working on them, so
Cool.
don't worry.
Cool. All right.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. And yeah, thanks to Yarda, of course, for being here. Yarda, if you have any final message for the community.
Well, I'm not a truck driver, but I feel like I spent like 2 years in these interiors from DAF, and they are amazing. So I hope everyone will like it as I do. And actually, I have a question for the guys, because I really loved the presentation and the drawings as well. Like, can we get some
Yeah.
posters for the office? Like, it's
That
amazing.
can be
I
arranged.
love it.
Yeah.
Like it's pure art. You know, it's
Yeah.
every line
A
is
lot of the
nice. So
a lot of the images are available on our website as well, but maybe not all yet. So, but we can make them. We'll make them available to you. So
thank you.
So that was a good request. Yeah, I approve. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, for once again finding the time to be a part of the stream, Bart and Tim. It was awesome to have you here to hear your input. It was very interesting. I really do hope that we will see you someday in the future. Once again, thanks to Yarda. Thank you to Jakub behind the scenes. And yeah, I hope everybody will enjoy the new addition to the world of Euro Truck Simulator 2, and hopefully we'll see each other next time. So hope everybody will have a nice rest of the day. Once again, thank you to everybody involved, and we'll see each other next time. Take care.
have fun.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.